What's up everyone? Nicole continues to dig the hole deeper and deeper and deeper. The hole that she created that we didn't even think was possible to go even deeper. And Indy has came for Brittany's looks. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Alright folks, now right before we get started, if you haven't already and you want quick, concise and fun live feed updates on your YouTube feed, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button and the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live on the channel. Alright gang, let's jump right into it because we've got some good news off the bat. Good news is in if you are rooting against Daniel and Nicole. I don't really know many people who are rooting for them, but I would guess that the majority of you guys, like me, will be happy to know that Kyle used the power of veto on Alyssa and Indy. And then HOH Monty nominated Nicole and Taylor as replacement. Okay. Here we go. This is where things get exciting because if Nicole goes this week, which she is, Daniel has essentially, because he won the power of veto alongside Kyle, he has essentially backdoored his final two. It kind of seems like poetic justice at the fact that Daniel had a big hand or big part to play in the demise of Nicole's game. But it appears that Nicole is not going down quietly, and I also get the feeling Nicole believes that she's actually going to stay and that Taylor doesn't have the votes. That's what arrogance will do for you folks, and Nicole continues to, as I said at the beginning, dig the hole deeper and deeper and deeper in regards to the things she says about people and also the things that she's going to have to face when she leaves the house on Thursday night. And I wonder if she's going to be called out by Julie. That's the big question. I'll throw that to everybody. Does everybody want Julie to call out Nicole in her interview? Do people want her to give her the receipts and start saying, you said this, can you explain? You said this, you did this, you know, can you explain? Because the lack of accountability has been astonishing for a couple of people who've left the house already, namely Paloma. I would like to think that accountability will come into play a bit more, but with Nicole, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who will do that. But I really do hope, I am proved wrong. Okay, now for those who want to know what's going on with the vote, we are most likely going to see Nicole leave this week unless something drastic happens. There was some late night talks at one point before the veto ceremony about flipping the vote into sending Alyssa out the door by keeping the nominations the same, but then it kind of switched back last minute and then they're stuck with the Nicole plan. And we've obviously seen Nicole's been absolutely vile all week towards the things she's been saying about Taylor and other people, and it's Nicole. I mean, what do you expect, folks? What do you expect? I mean, I know I've seen a lot of people going, you know, Nicole Franzel is definitely not the most hated Nicole in Big Brother history anymore. I don't know where I stand with that. It's weird. I feel like it's weird that we're comparing the two Nicoles right now, but for me, I don't like Nicole Franzel. I don't. To me, she is she's an attention seeker, and I don't want to get too off topic here, but Nicole Franzel is an attention seeker, and she's a victim as well. Like she'll spew nastiness to people and do loads of nasty things, and then as soon as someone, you know, does something back to her or claps back, she just plays victim, and I do not have time for anybody who goes on like that. But then again, we're on a whole different level with Nicole Layog from this season. She is quite malicious and unaware of the fact of how mean she is and how she continues to be so arrogant and not even realise what's the consequences of her actions. So I think she's going to, on Thursday night when she gets evicted, most inevitably, she will be entered into a brand new world of just confusion at the fact that she won't have even realised, nay, will even realise or even take accountability for any of the things she has done. Because Nicole strikes me as the kind of... I hope, like I said earlier, I hope that I'm proven wrong and I hope that she takes accountability for it, but I just don't see that happening. I just don't. Oh, Lord, folks. Lord. I mean, do you know what? Although, at the end of the day, this season's turned around. All the bad people are going one by one. And we're left with the people that we can root for, which is a lot more wonderful news. But, of course, on that positive note, we've got some more negative updates. So let's continue on to the rest of the controversial moments of the day. Alright, now a very disappointing update from Indy. She was in the backyard with Jasmine, Terence and Nicole. And Terence said something that's irrelevant, basically. But anyway, it was Indy who then said back, like, unless she, as in Brittany, can explain to me why she has an ugly face. I don't quite understand why Indy is so... I don't know, it screams jealousy. Again, you know, I can't confirm that for sure, but when you are constantly fixating on other people and picking out their... Well, I was about to say faults, but it's not even faults. It's making stuff up and finding reasons to go against people and finding reasons to just be nasty for no reason. It screams insecurity. That's what people in life do. You know, when they are not secure in themselves, they pick apart other people and they blame the other person. It's the other person's fault. You know. If you were content in yourself, you wouldn't find yourself doing those kind of things. And as far as ugliness goes as well, I mean, I think, just from my perspective, Brittany is 10 times more attractive than Indy at the fact that... I mean, for a start, Brittany's very, very pretty for a start. And also, her personality is, you know, sky high compared to Indy. And, you know, I just don't think there's even an argument to make there. I think when somebody acts like that and says those nasty things, they immediately become the ugly person. And that's exactly what has happened to Indy there. And she is losing brownie points fast because, one, she's barely playing the game. Two, I mean, to sit there and you know, critique how people look, I mean, for a start, get lost. And three, I can't even think of a third point. I don't even want to give her the time of day. That is my third point. My third point is she doesn't deserve the time of day for saying something like that, because when you call somebody ugly who's done something unprovoked or whatever and critique someone's looks like that, you become the ugly person. Okay, right. The moment that you've all been waiting for, that you saw in the thumbnail, is Nicole spewing venom again. She has continued to go on as well. We've seen her all the time saying about how she is not ashamed of any of her actions, and she likes when Julie holds problematic house guests accountable for their actions. She's not going to like that if Julie takes her to task on Thursday night, which I'm getting the impression is going to happen. She's not going to like that. But anyway, let's talk about what she said. So Jasmine and Nicole are talking to one another, and Jasmine goes, "Brittany's definitely picking up the vibes," and Nicole says, "I'm gonna her ass up." You know, it's not even like you say it in passing. I mean, you can't even say something like that in passing. It seems like aggressive. There's a line, isn't there? There's a line. And I know some people will probably come in and make the argument and go, "Oh, that's nothing an old school player wouldn't say," or whatever. Not aggressively. I don't even think they'd say it at all anyway. I'm trying to look at different angles and trying to figure out how we can lay it down to make it not look as bad, but Nicole has continued to show very aggressive and negative behaviour towards people, and her conduct is nasty towards people you would probably deem to be the underdogs of the season, the likes of Taylor and Brittany. Thank God they flipped the script and ended up in the leftovers. I think Nicole just continues to show her true colours. Don't know about you guys, but again, she shouldn't be going on like that, and it's behaviour that I do not condone, and I hope Julie holds her accountable for all this kind of behaviour on Thursday night. Okay, gang, we officially have a showmance. Kyle caved, and he had a make-out sesh with Alyssa. Much to the disgustingness of the viewers, everyone was going... I saw on Twitter, everyone was like, "Oh my God," like, you know... It was loud. It was loud. I didn't catch it live. I saw a clip afterwards. Somebody had sent me a DM though, and said this is happening, and then I saw a clip and Kyle caved. What are we calling them, guys? Is it Kylissa? Alyssa? The leftover and the stalker? What? But anyway, continuing on. Public perception of Kyle has changed drastically since he has indulged in Alyssa. We know that Alyssa thinks she is on Love Island right now, or Get Some Action Island, or you name it, folks. There's some more unpleasant ways you could probably phrase that. But anyway, we know that Kyle's actually playing the game, but he also knows that showmancers can damage your game, as we have seen him, you know, push Alyssa away over these past few weeks. Nope, can't do anything like that. And Alyssa has continued to not respect boundaries, even though they are kind of into each other. Alyssa hasn't respected boundaries, and that still needs to be mentioned there. Just because Kyle likes her back doesn't mean it makes it okay that he was, you know, she was like stroking her finger down from his stomach to his dick, and from, you know, licking him and all that kind of stuff. Boundaries. Kyle said many times, no, you can't do this, stop, and you continue to. Boundaries. Doesn't matter if they like each other or not. But anyway, they're a thing now, so I'm sure that's going to be something that'll turn into whatever. And Kyle's head, maybe, I hope Kyle's head doesn't turn into the direction of saying focus on Alyssa rather than the leftovers. I'm pretty sure I saw him afterwards mention at some point that he still wants to take her out next week or the week after or whatever. So I'm okay with it as long as he has actually still got his head in the game. Alyssa, on the other hand, will be absolutely mad when Kyle takes her out now, which in a way for us is going to create even more incredible viewing. So maybe there's an upside, but maybe there's a downside. I guess we'll have to see how this one turns out. Tune in next week on Get Some Action Island. Now, a really wholesome moment that we saw at the end of the day was between fan favourites Joseph and Taylor. Joseph was talking about the fact that you're not going to be able to say season 24 and Taylor Hale without them being, you know, without Taylor Hale. They have to be, they'll coincide, you know, they'll sit hand in hand with each other, just like you say 6 and you think of Janelle and Kesa. He didn't say that, but I'm just making the comparison now. Or you think of 10 and you think of Dan, or you think of 8 and you think of Evil Dick and Danny and Jen, and, you know, names that basically are synonymous with the season. So he was saying that's going to be the one for Taylor. He's saying you're going to be the face of the season. Then Taylor looks back at him and goes, if I'm going to be the face, you're going to be the heart. Oh! My bisexual heart just exploded hearing that. It was so nice. I love that. They are two wonderful, kind people who I've grown to enjoy watching dearly, and they are two I would love to see in the final 2. I've got my top 3. I'm not predicting they're going to make it there, but my top 3 are Taylor, Joseph, and Michael in no particular order. They are just wonderful people. Really like them a lot, and that was an incredibly wholesome moment. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Now, another quick shout out to my brand new channel, Culture Cocktail. Thank you so much to the people who have subscribed so far and viewed everything. I'd appreciate if y'all could go check out the video. I'll put the link in the description on my first video. We were reacting to a song by Fleetwood Mac. It was amazing. But anyway, I would appreciate if y'all could go over there and hit the like button and share it. And please, just, I would appreciate it so much. And thank you to everybody who's done that so far. It means the absolute world to me. Mwah, sending love to you all. But thank you again, folks. You are just continuing to be legends as always with your support. I hope everybody's staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.